Welcome to my portfolio presentation. During this semester, I have been able to develop in 4 major areas of the Quest 2 program: designing instruction and assessment to promote student learning, creating a positive, productive classroom environment, implementing effective, responsive instruction and assessment, and fulfilling professional roles and responsibilities. 2 social studies lessons I taught emphasized the importance that the child and their developmental learning should be the focus in the classroom over all other standards. The first social studies lesson I taught involved inventors and their respective inventions. I garnered student interest with a short animoto film about the Industrial Revolution before moving on to a brief lecture. The students then completed a differentiated menu which allowed them to select and complete activities that best fit their learning modalities. When planning my lessons, I made sure to consult the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, or TEKS. As a teacher, it is very important to include TEKS in every lesson plan. These curriculum standards are very useful in the pedagogical approach. As I prepared the activity for my Innovative Inventors lesson, I kept in mind that each student is a unique individual. In the work sample shown, this particular student saw an opportunity to use her artistic talent. I recognized that students have a variety of learning styles, thus, I utilized differentiation and designed an activity in which students had an opportunity to use their individual strengths to show their understanding of the subject matter. In order to integrate technology into the students' learning, I created an interactive review game for a lesson I taught about the Lincoln election. I know this activity promoted student learning because the students were engaged, on task, and willingly participating. In the Quest program, I have learned many useful strategies pertaining to classroom management and the creation of a positive, productive classroom environment. While planning my lessons, I made sure that not a second of valuable instructional time was wasted. I made sure to plan my activities and transitional periods in such a manner that left little room for students to engage in off-task behaviors. In many of the activities I conducted, I had the students complete their assignments in a variety of ways, including independent work, collaborative group work, and in pairs. I know this created a positive and productive classroom environment because students were highly motivated, eager to participate, and I had few discipline issues. As the facilitator of learning, I always made sure to enter the classroom with a positive attitude and a high energy level. I never allowed my personal life to interfere with my student-centered approach in the classroom. During my lesson about the Lincoln election, I introduced the Electoral College system. Students completed a map activity in which they identified, labeled, and color-coded the states in which the electoral votes were won by their respective candidates. My field experience at Jackson Middle School gave me an opportunity to use many strategies learned during the Quest program to implement effective, responsive instruction and assessment. By displaying the lesson's big idea on the smartboard, students were visually able to see exactly what they would be learning on any given day. I know this facilitated effective instruction because the students were able to assign meaning to what they would learn. During instruction, I always made sure to speak clearly and at a level where students could hear me. I would often relate the subject matter to real-world examples that were relevant to their lives. When teaching, I always made sure to provide resources for students with multiple learning types. For example, here I used a visual to aid in instruction for students who might be visual learners. In addition to checking for understanding, I made assessment fun by integrating technology. The students enjoyed this review activity in which questions were presented and they had to physically drag the appropriate answer choices to the blank on the smartboard. Over the course of my career at the University of Houston, I have grown as a student as well as an educator. The Quest program has provided me with the knowledge and skills necessary to fulfill my professional role as a teacher and the responsibilities that go along with teaching. One way I fulfilled my professional role as a teacher was by meeting regularly with my professional learning community, or PLC. During this PLC meeting, my group and I discussed the importance that teachers maintain a positive perspective. I know this activity helped me grow as a professional because I will implement the strategies we brainstormed about in order to become a healthy educator. This PLC meeting gave us the chance to view and analyze each of our edited teaching videos. This experience was very positive and beneficial for each one of us. PLC meetings allowed my fellow group members and I to learn effective strategies which we will implement in our teaching careers, and also allowed us to grow together as professionals. By always keeping the focus on student learning and development and implementing the knowledge and skills I have gained in the Quest program, I am confident that I will always have a successful career as a teacher.